I think we're missing a very pretty face in this chat. Clearly, I'm referring to Joe.
I'll turn it
I'm sitting shirtless in a kitchen right now. I am not coming on cam.
Ooh, baby.
Did you call me ugly?
Tempt us more.
Yeah, he did throw hella shade at you, Rose.
No,
You
I
did.
did not. I did not say you were ugly, Rose.
I
was
don't think you
simply
should give him anything.
paying tons of compliments to my man Joe and his.
Just for that, we should all turn our cameras off in protest of Brad and his awfulness.
I'm
I'm moving to my kitchen and taking my shirt off.
I mean, if you want to stare at my hairy ass chest this whole time, sure, go right ahead.
I'll join you in solidarity, brother. No.
Is this
So his body hair is fine, but mine's not? Wow.
Is this the low-key version of dicks out for Harambe?
Yeah.
Chest hair.
Manny, you try to take off your shirt, roll it.
Yeah, chest out for Soren Lynn.
All right, we're off to a start here. Landed a plane. Let's bring it back. You guys ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. What did we do last time?
Lots of good stuff.
All right. Suji, you and Dory Way fought some fancily dressed elves. Fight is a strong word. You absolutely manhandled or monkey-handled a bunch of finely dressed elves as Dory swung a big hammer around. You captured one of them. After, I guess, a struggle. We'll call it a struggle. He struggled a little bit. But eventually you were able to subdue Lars, one of these finely dressed elves, who said that he basically filled you in that him and his boss were sent here to pick up and escort a Valir back to his hometown. Once speaking with Valir, he was told that he would be informing his party, and then he will be along shortly, and they would meet up back at the hotel that you were all staying at. Fortunately, the rest of your party left earlier today, leaving you behind to do your business at Way Schmelted and Delted. They took this as funny business, as Valir saying be here and then not being here. Decided to teach him a lesson by roughing up one of his friends that he was so kind to leave behind. The pretty lady had asked for this and paid pretty well. Fortunately, Lars didn't know a lot. Not his job to know, it's his job to break skulls. But you extracted what information you could, and out of the kindness of your heart and of the threat of violence and certain death, allowed Lars to leave with a message to leave you and Dory the fuck alone.
Yeah, and just for the stream, what was Lars's boss's name?
Oh, just for the stream?
Yeah, just for the stream,
Yeah.
For all those viewers who forgot to turn in last week.
Tristan.
Yeah, just for the stream. Not Chris's notes at all.
Chris definitely has name memory.
Oh yeah,
it has not always been his major weakness in life.
You said Tristan? Tristan? Tristan. Oh, okay.
Tristan.
Oh, okay. So clearly spelled like Triztin or some shit.
However you want it to be spelled, Brad. Use your imagination.
Oh, I always do, Roach. I always do.
But the rest of you, while Suji made his progress on forging some armor for Trinket, Major Way gathered some horses and a cart.
Excuse me?
Nothing else happened.
No. The name there, Roach. You don't want to get us in copyright trouble. You said a trinket.
Oh.
Thought he was just messing with you.
Yeah.
Tinkers. That's the one.
Yes. That's the one. I don't
Sorry. Long day at work. Anyway. Yes, armor for Trinket. Damn it, did it again. Tinkers. It's a T. There we go. But anyway, the rest of you had gathered a horse and cart and made your way back through the coastline towards delivering some Manicore's blood to your old pal Captain Schmidt Torn to complete your contract and wipe your hands of the vessel and never wanting to look back at it. All while dealing with different ramifications of conversations had with Tress Forel at the Church of the Bleeding Heart of Sorenlin. For the most part, your trip was uneventful, short of some conversations between the party. Eventually, you found Captain Schmidt-Torn and the vessel and the, good old Sven and other guy. Delivered the Manicore's blood, helped Schmidt push the vessel back into the water, helped paddle the vessel back down the coastline, saving you a couple days off your journey back to Lairdan. You all exited the vessel and said goodbye to Schmidt. Contract being completed. Your journey able to continue. Meanwhile, Suji, you have a couple days of forging to do.
We forging.
You forging. So you started off with a fantastic start. Your first day went pretty well. Due to circumstances of the night before, Dory has, at least for the next day or so, decided to close up the storefront, not allow a couple people in, keep an eye out, and help you with whatever you need to get done. So you will have advantage and help from Dory for the next couple of days.
Nice.
Cool.
But you and Dory wake up the next morning slightly later than you did the day before, as you spent a little bit of the night drinking and decompressing after your scuffle with these elven gentlemen. But the day is yours. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you gonna just dive right into forging?
I think for the most part, I'm just diving into the forging.
Cool. All right, this is day 2 of 4. So you're gonna go ahead and give me forge check, which is gonna be a D20 plus proficiency plus your wisdom modifier.
Sure, I'm gonna use one of the my ring to give me the wisdom modifier.
So you're only gonna have
is that gonna work like that? Like,
you have enhance ability in there, right?
yeah.
Okay, so you're already you're gonna have advantage on any check you make to forge today because of Dory. So you don't need it particularly for that at the moment.
Okay, so don't worry about it.
Yep. So you are starting with advantage because of between your progress from the day before plus the incident with the getting jumped slightly. Dory's closing down the shop and focusing on helping you and helping you get done as quick as possible.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
this dude he thought was a quote joke. Not only is a master forger, but then turned into a monkey and proceeded to scythe the crap out of some hired guns.
Yeah.
So this is an advantage roll or not an advantage roll?
Every roll, unless I
Everything?
tell you, everything when it comes to forging today will be at advantage unless I tell you otherwise.
Gotcha. And my proficiency's 3 and the wisdom modifier's 2.
Okay, so there's a 22.
Wait. Oh, okay. I get why it didn't roll because it's not. I got 22.
Yeah, we'll keep the 22. 22 seems like a good one. Right. Cool. And the next thing I need you to give me is this would be a Constitution saving throw. This one will also be at advantage for this first one.
16.
16? Okay, not bad. Cool. 16, lets you keep going. All right, so gonna give me a. Next check is going to be. This will also be a wisdom check. Same thing, plus proficiency, plus wisdom with advantage.
Just regular wisdom.
Yep, straight wisdom.
3 is my proficiency. So 14, or do you want 14 plus another 2?
No, that's good. Be 9. You roll a 9 plus 2 plus 3 is 14. Cool.
Oh yeah, because it automatically adds it.
Yeah, it just added 2 already, so just gotta add your proficiency on top. All right, and then I need you. The last one I'm gonna need is a strength or dex check. Your choice. Same thing for this. You can add, you still have advantage and add your proficiency to it.
Um, 7.
Cool.
Oh wait, that was a save. So, but I don't think that
It'd be
matters.
the-
It's same thing.
it'd be
Yeah,
5, but you're
Christ.
good.
it's only my wisdom that changes. My wisdom and intelligence.
Then give me a con save. No advantage on this one, just straight. Cool. So you and Dory wake up a little later. You start pushing through the day. You start, looking at your blueprints. Start planning out, the different pieces, like making sure you can get the different plates set up using the measurements you've taken off of Tinkers for the last, couple of weeks. You make pretty good progress. Your morning starts pretty strong. You and Dory get into a groove. You start, melting down and pounding out the different, armor plates that are going to start being need to bound together. Probably about midday, you guys stop, take a break, eat lunch, um, start back up in the afternoon, and you're doing really well. Your day is going pretty good. You're getting a lot done. But about 6 or 7 hours in, you're from the day before and then into today, your muscles just getting tired, and you're starting to hit your like physical. As much as you can have all the knowledge, your body was not built for this or trained for this.
Yeah.
So you start to just lose a little bit of steam on the second day. But you and Dory make some good progress. Your day is successful. So it is your second successful day of forging. So for the next, same thing. Unless there's anything you want to do that evening, you wake up the next day. You have 2 more days of forging left. So if you're good to go to the next day, I need another. So start a new day. Same thing. Wisdom check with proficiency with advantage.
So we'll go to the next day.
Nice.
24.
24. Nice. Cool.
Right.
And then on this one, same thing. Give me a Constitution save with advantage, and add your perfect.
19.
So for this day, I need a. This one has to be a Dex check plus your proficiency.
Just a normal roll, right?
Yep.
19.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. You still have advantage. You made the check for the con save, so roll one more time. Just. Okay, we'll take the 19.
19.
Yes, we will.
All right. So here on the third day, you start to take a lot of the plates and you're starting to work on the the connecting plates, the chain working that will help these plates kind of slide together and still be like a solid piece of armor. A lot of fine detail starts to go into it. Give me, that is your first half of the day, give me a one more con save. This one will be at advantage because you broke that threshold.
11.
Okay. Cool. So again, this is a lot for you. You start to feel yourself are getting more hardy as these days go on. You're pushing yourself to a limit that you haven't probably ever felt. This is 3 solid days of just work and heat and pounding out the steel or the ore into steel and making these plates and putting it together. But you push through. You make it through the evening a little bit further than you did the day before. Starting to come together. It's 3 successful days. All right. So after 3 successful days, you have made the armor. The armor is now functional.
Hey,
Tinkers can wear it. It'll work. Yeah. The 4th day is up to you. It can be fine tuning, polishing, making sure it's ready to go, or it could be adding what will be considered Suji's master craftsman touch. These are extra bits. These are ways that you could improve the armor, give the armor something different that it could do. I will warn you, the checks to complete the armor are pretty minimal. The DCs are very low. Depending on what you want to add to this, I will set the DC for them, and if you hit them, you can add cool shit to his armor within reason. Obviously, you're not magically enchanting this. This is all physical things. There is a fail component. If you miss the DC by more than 5, you're going to set yourself back a day and lose more base materials.
Interesting.
So it's up to you. You can stop, just put some fine touches on it, call it a day, or you can go for a little extra. What will be, Monkey Man?
I think I'm going just for the polishing and making it look nicer.
Oh no, I believe in you, Suji.
I feel like Suji's just proud he did something.
Cool. So go ahead on the last day and go ahead and give me the same check. Give me a wisdom check with your proficiency with advantage.
Mm.
All right. 16 is pretty good. So this will not require. Yeah. 18 meets. So yeah. You probably about midday. You and Dory get up at this earlier hour, push for a good 5 or 6 hours, finish cooling off the metal, making sure it'll fit. You're gonna need tinkers for a final fitting, essentially. But it is just, for all intents and purposes, you've made familiar armor for a Tressum.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I will allow you, as you've again completed your task, once Revy arrives, to describe what this armor looks like.
Love it.
Gotcha. I'll think on that.
But yeah, Suji, it is up to you. It's halfway through the 4th day since they left. You knew it took you guys about 4 or 5 days, depending on travel, to get from where you left Schmidt to here. So, to the best of your estimates, unless Rev, you've been checking in every day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
At least one sending message each day.
Gotcha. So I will say this: it is up to the 2 of you if you want to I know we did one of them or two of them. If there's anything you want to add to those couple of days of back and forth, we can. If not, Suji, you know from the last message you got that they should be arriving sometime tomorrow. Actually.
I mean, other than the going back and forth, I assume he asked me again about like getting jumped or whatever, and basically just tell him some guys tried attacking us with Valir's family, but nothing bad happened.
Yeah, I would have asked him and relayed to Valir.
Just push that along.
Right,
Pretty
so
much
Suji,
just the only other RP, I'd be like, oh, we're finally done, Dory.
whew, that was intense. That was.
I'm really gaining some respect for the whole blacksmith craftsmanship because, like, this tiny small armor right here just took like 4 days to make. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is certainly something. Again, I can't say I've ever made armor for a winged cat before, but that is, yeah, I mean, you did it. And that's honestly cool. Whew.
And it's crazy. I'm just like lifting up with basically one finger. This
This stuff
kind of neat.
so light. It's so light. That is freaking wild.
Like, I'm not even afraid of dropping it. Like, I can just kind of just knock on that thing.
Yep, light but durable. Like that is some fine material there. And honestly, like I said, I've probably worked with Nelfinian ore maybe once or twice. And that thing you did on the first day when you got to pull like the other bits and pieces out, and like this stuff is kind of pure. Good job.
Thank you. Like, I don't think I could do this for a lifetime, but this is definitely fun to do. You were great at working with me. Like, we make a great team.
We sure do. I mean, honestly, you could have fooled me. I thought you would be. Like, honestly, again, minus terminology, I would think you've been doing this a lifetime. Other than got a little bit of staying power, I guess. We got to put some endurance into you, huh? He kind of like nudges you a little bit.
Yeah, I guess maybe I need to work out a little more on my adventures. Just bulk up, maybe eat something other than berries for once, There's one person in our party who likes to eat a lot, and he's big and strong, so maybe I need to follow after him.
A healthy diet goes a long way.
Well, his diet, I don't know if I'd really call it healthy. Like, he eats like giant frogs and like giant ice elementals. Honestly, I feel like he eats almost anything that's along the path. He probably ate some weapons before. I'm not even sure anymore. It's hard to track. But he's also like a rock being, he's interesting.
Okay, you're talking about 7. Got it. I was because you were talking about one of your party members eating, and I was trying to figure out which of the 3 elf gentlemen that I met was eating fully frogs and ice elementals and swords. Very confused there until and then equally as confused because now you're telling me the giant robot man eats.
Yeah, I fully get it, Dory. I think we've just kind of gotten used to it at this point. But he's never really offered to share either, I believe, even though I would not like to partake. But definitely makes a lot of our battles less messy. I can tell you that much. But
all right.
I might call it kind of early today since we're done. I think this is nice and complete. Just keep it safe. If you want to open up shop again, you could go for it. I might just head back to, I might just walk around town and stuff.
Sure, go ahead. I'll be I'll hear. I can lock this up and it'll be here for when you and your friends get back.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I might still need a place to stay for the night, but I'll let you know before closing.
Suji, you're always welcome.
Thank you,
It's been,
Dory.
it's been fun. It's been an honor to watch you do some very insane shit. And that's honestly after seeing you turn into a monkey and almost kill 3 dudes. Like that was impressive, but the things you've done in this forge the last couple of days, inspiring.
Yeah, if that Lars piece of shit didn't fucking tell. I mean, yeah. Like, definitely fought him. And, we definitely got to make some more armor in the future. That was definitely fun. Definitely different. But I'll see you around, not Lars, Dory.
You too, Suji. You stay careful out there. Never know. One of those. I don't know. It's been a couple days. Haven't heard from them. I'm assuming they turned tail and ran or something. I don't fucking care. But watch your back out there, all right?
Yeah, I'll watch my back and stay out in the open. Get you around.
Later.
Just for
Just it.
reference, I don't have any real plans.
Okay. So you
Mainly just exploring.
yeah, you spend the day just wandering around town, taking in the
Reconnecting with
sights.
nature.
So you leave town.
Still in town. There's gotta be some parks and stuff. Shit.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so you leave Dory's, you go explore the town a little bit. Something you actually, comparatively to the rest of your party, haven't done much of. Which actually give me an insight check.
Sure. Let me change it to normal. My brain is burnt out.
Yep, you are running on fumes. You are relaxing for the first time really in a couple days, and I think the fatigue is like it's nice to be outside. You feel the cool breeze. You're just kind of lost in your own head at this point. But you have a good day. You kind of wander around, you see some of the sights. It's an interesting sight, this town, as it is both familiar and very different from like where you grew up. Like you can still see a lot of like the familiar like, you know, elven architecture and different like things that you would see around your town, but obviously where you grew up was built very different. And it's nice, quiet. There's people about. None of them seem to pay you any mind.
Just
You're able
chilling
to,
and enjoying the sights.
yeah, you have a relaxing afternoon. You head back to Dory's that evening. He welcomes you back. Have dinner, maybe a drink or two. Head to bed that evening, and the next day, party. You've made it back to Glairidan. You've left Captain Schmidt Torin. You make your way back to the city proper. Where do you head first?
I need my suit.
Yeah,
And then my weapon quiver.
I am going straight to the forge, baby.
All right, so I got 7 going to the tailor. Revi is going to the forge. Vinteth, Valir, and Saishori, where are you going?
I'll go with 7. Make sure he's all right.
I want to find out if there's a Church of Zena anywhere in this town.
Okay.
And I'm also trying to figure out if this dude said when the date had to be.
All right. So for the easy part of this, he didn't give you a when. He just said he knew you would be, in town for some days, and said you a future date. it is up to you whether or not and when you want to be ready for that.
Okay, I'm skipping town.
I mean, there was no contract, right?
There was a verbal agreement.
Oh yeah, there was. Uh-oh, Vergabung is coming.
Not gonna get romantical, I guess.
But for the searching for a church, give me a investigation check.
Yeah.
And Jack wants to head towards the last church slightly out of the town. He forgot the name.
All right. Yeah, that tracks. So say sure you start wandering about town. I would say with that role, you don't get a lot of information. You get a little bit hesitant talking to people and asking them for if a church is in town, or and you get into your own head a little bit, and it's hard to gather intel. And either you get into those conversations, or you start to ask the question, and their response, you're hard to tell, and your brain kind of doesn't differentiate the do they not know, or are they taken back by talking to you, and you kind of just get in your own head a little bit and stop the conversation before it goes kind of to that point of getting information, and just kind of have to wander for a little bit. You probably wander for a better hour or so just looking, but nothing that you can find, at least.
In disbelief, I'll just go towards the direction that I saw 7 and Valier heading.
7 and Valier. Two of you break off from the rest of the party, make your way over to the tailor that you had visited a few days prior. You walk up to the door, they are open.
Nice, nice. Hello, my suit. Give.
Hello, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. I am so excited for this.
Well, I will tell you this, it was certainly an interesting project. You have a lot of different contours and edges, and the tail, but made this very, very much a fun project, honestly. But look at me gabbing. Let me go get it. Please,
Okay.
wait.
Oh,
You see, he goes to the back, and a couple minutes go by. He comes out with this pretty large garment box, essentially. Puts it down on the counter. He goes, "Ah, well, here you are. It is, dare I say, a masterpiece. Should fit. Let's make sure it fits. Make sure I don't have to make any quick alterations. But pretty sure I got your sizes pretty well. Please try it on. Try it on.
oh yes. You can see. I'm just so excited. I'm almost visibly shaking. Just getting it like that. I'm like, but I'm
This
also
guy
trying to be
literally
delicate opening the box. I don't want to ruin it, but it's supposed to be tough. I'm like, oh. I was like, I need privacy. I don't want to be naked in your store.
Of course, please. Into one of our fitting rooms. Points you to a little, curtained area.
Damn, do I actually fit into the curtained area?
It's close.
Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna get in the gingerly. First time ever Seven's being delicate. Then shimmy. Oh, I get the suit on. And then a minute or two goes by, I come out with it on, like, oh, stretching the arms, twisting, throwing the punches, swiping the arms. And then we gotta test the tail, don't we?
Certainly should.
You did. Is there any place you have bigger so I can make sure the tail fits?
Uh, you see him kind of remembering from last time. 1 second. You see him kind of like pull some mannequins off to the side. He opens up like kind of the center of the room for you to kind of strut, I guess.
Yes.
Call it that.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And now we rage.
All right. Valir, you watch as Seven first comes out in this immaculate suit. Very well, perfectly tailored, fits him like a glove. Um, assless chaps and all.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I am.
Uh,
Be the
We're
most
gonna
fabulous.
we're gonna just sway the tail. We're not swinging. We have decorum now. It's been almost a week.
yeah. Valir, give me a history or an insight check with advantage, your choice.
uh,
Pretty good. Okay. You see Seven comes out, and as he gets ready to kind of like let his tail out, um, you recognize it, and you knew it when he first picked it out, but you see the fine craftsmanship in the threads, the tight knitting, and honestly, from what Seven requested, it's pretty durable. It's meant for fashion as much as it is to be resistant to combat. These are fine working sock fabrics, textiles. Only the best, and you wouldn't let him buy anything cheaper.
no, I wouldn't.
Well, how is it?
It looks fantastic on you, and you are more than welcome to go all out and fighting and not worry about ruining it.
Oh,
it
perfect.
you will be perfectly fine.
Perfect. I love it. You guys have did a splendid job. I'm sorry for challenge you with such the build as unique as mine.
Not at
But
all. The challenge was honestly quite impeccable. Honestly, it was a fun thing to do. I don't get to work with something. I mean,
the, the
you've
thing.
seen the people. You've seen the people in town. It's
Yes.
mostly lithe elves and the like. Getting to work with someone of your stature and build, and honestly, the tail is a little bit of extra flourish. Um, but I do have this for you. You see, he kind of goes to the back. Um, um, with your payment, and this is extra, this is on us, do not worry, but in case it doesn't seem like you're from around here, but if you're out and you need to, for some reason, whatever reason whatsoever, if it does get damaged or to any degree, if you're close enough and want to bring it back to us, we will fix it without question. But in case you're out and need to do some patchwork or have it fixed by another expert tailor, he hands you kind of a bolt of the actual fabrics that were used to create the suit.
Oh,
Just a little something extra, just again to reinforce the fact that if you need it, you don't want to put any old fabrics in this. If you need to patch he looks
you
at
were
the tail, a wound.
you were
Um,
wound.
yes, if whatever manner of
Oh, yes, I would not like to wound
hasty
the suit.
cuts or combat you might see, and it's possible, depending on what you fight, that it could get a little bit over time. Of course, it's never going to happen immediately because this is the best of the best.
Oh, yes, exactly what I deserve.
But just a little something extra, just in case.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate this greatly. Devin has the absolute most confidence you've ever seen him have right now. As much as a robot can glow, I am glowing. Ecstatic. Now I'm gonna make my pose, and we're getting the cape flowing too.
Give me your charisma check.
All right. Where's my thing? Oh, I forgot. I
You
have
strike a
not.
you strike a pose, you billow the cape. In your head, it looks fantastic. What you didn't see though is where you build the cape, like knocks into a mannequin, which knocks over another mannequin. He didn't put them in the right
Oh,
place. There's a full domino effect happening in the shop, but you're sitting there. It looks awesome.
yeah. Oh, so happy. Thank you, gentlemen. I hope you have a splendid day. I'm gonna just turn and start walking out.
You see, he smiles. He thanks you. He's got that like. Actually, Valir, give me an insight check.
Sure thing.
He smiles. He thanks you, and you all make your way out.
Yeah. I still had my tail out for a minute.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But as the two of you begin to exit between, having the conversation, changing into this, where are the two of you headed next?
I need my weapon quiver. I was not fitted for the straps yet.
I'm following him. Make sure he's all right. Also with the extra fabric, would I be able to know how to patch it up for him if I need to?
Give me a straight intelligence or wisdom check, your choice.
Right? Is it wisdom or intelligence?
Or intelligence, your choice.
That.
I mean, you know some things.
Okay,
Will it look good? You're not. I mean, you're sure. You know it will. Yeah.
gotcha. Well, 7. Now that you have your nice suit, I guess you want to see your quiver now, don't you?
I do. That's gonna be nice. Oh,
Well
so
then,
excited all over again. Best day ever.
let's go retrieve it. See how that goes.
Saishori, just roll a d20 for me. You want it to be high.
She is currently using the restroom.
Oh, well, we'll get back to that then. Revi,
Sir.
you make your way as you split off from the party. Everyone's going their separate ways to take care of some errands in town. You know the only errand that matters, and you beeline it straight for Way, Smelt It, and Dealt It.
Making my way downtown. Walking fast. Faces pass and I'm forge bound. Thank you, Manny.
So you and Tinkers bound through town, splitting off almost gleefully to see what Suji has concocted.
Tinkers, this is either going to be, I have a feeling it's either going to be fantastic or a fantastic disaster.
So it's going to be fantastic. Either way. I mean, it has the word fantastic in it.
Yeah, either way, I'm sure we're in for a show.
I'm not worried.
I appreciate your everlasting confidence, Tinkers.
Hey, what's the worst case that can happen? I die the same amount? It's fine.
That's true. Yeah, we waste some Nilfinian ore. Yeah, worse things have happened.
I mean, is it really even a waste though? If as long as you didn't ruin it, like you could always melt it down and do something else with it, right? I know nothing about how metal works.
Well, I mean, generally speaking, I think you're correct. Although, admittedly, I've never personally worked with Nelfinian ore before, so I guess we will learn together.
That's true. I hope it's not heavy.
That was the go, Tinkers. I don't think any other metal would have worked.
All right, let's fucking go. You see, he's kind of starts trying to take off, but he doesn't fly that fast.
I believe in you,
Um,
Tickers.
Yeah, you do that fun like little kid slash pet thing where it's like you can tell he's excited, so like you're starting to like let him pull ahead of
Yes.
you a little bit, and yeah, two of you make your
Yeah,
way.
Tickers. I hate sometimes having to remind you of this, but you could outpace me on the ground.
But then what's the point of the wings?
That's that's true. They are glorious wings.
Yeah, but 15, 20 minutes or so, you guys knowing exactly where you're heading, make your way to the docks and over to the familiar site of Way Schmelt It and Dealt It. As you make your way inside, you see Dory is currently at the forge working on some projects. Suji, you hanging out there? You head out for the day? What is your plans for the morning?
For the sake of it, we'll say that Suji was kind of there. He didn't have any real plans. He figured they'd be coming in. I might like be lurking around, kind of circling the shop every once in a while.
Okay.
So say I show up like 5 minutes later.
Okay. So yeah, so you walk in, Revy. Dory's there. He sees you come in, puts his stuff down. Hey, welcome back.
Oh, good to see you again, Dory.
Hey, you as well. You guys have a good trip.
Yeah, well, we got it done. Everything that was needed, done. Our contract is fulfilled, and we are onwards and upwards, my friend.
Nothing like finishing a good contract.
Yes, indeed. You seem in rather good spirits. How did it go?
Yeah, it was like I said, it was a pretty good couple days, honestly. Like he worried me a little bit. I was 90% sure after the first day he was probably gonna light himself on fire, fall into the forge, and I might have had to disappear him before you guys came back. But yeah, no, other than not knowing the name of literally any piece of equipment,
That must have been bit bit scary.
like I said, it was touch and go. But after I got to see him, he was one of those guys that like you could tell he knows what he's doing, even though he doesn't like didn't dedicate himself to like the memory of basic artistry. It's fine. It
Yeah,
worked out.
yep, that's our Suji, all right. No studious pursuits and all practical excellence.
Yeah. Did you know he could turn into a monkey?
I did. Seen him do it on many occasions.
Cool. I
Quite
just wanted to make
useful.
sure that wasn't like out of left field. I've never met someone who could turn into anything other than who they are. So to see um him just turn into a monkey carrying a scythe, which by the way, that is a wild thing to see. Like
Oh, so he didn't prep you at all before that happened.
nope. Yeah, we finished working on that first day. We went to get a couple drinks. We came back. Some dudes in suits showed up. Um, they made it clear they weren't looking for anything but a fight. So I went to grab a hammer. I came back. He looked at me. He gave me a nod. He turned into a monkey with a scythe. I'm like, I didn't know where the scythe came from. I didn't know where the monkey came from. I was just there for it.
I'm guessing those hired hands did not realize what they were walking into.
They didn't seem like it. Like they seemed like they were expecting it to just go a certain way, and then I guess everyone expects it to go a certain way until a monkey with a scythe shows up. Is that the expression? Is that
I
an expression?
we should go about making it one.
Yeah. So I got to hit a dude with a hammer. I haven't hit somebody with a hammer in a long time. So that was fun.
Oh, well, good show then, Dory. I'm glad you got involved and you
Yeah.
helped defend our friend against those characters.
Honestly, again, I thought I was going to be doing most of the heavy lifting when it first happened. I thought I was going to be having to protect him from a bunch of people coming to hurt him for some reason, but I was pleasantly surprised when he held his own, and honestly, almost killed 3 dudes by himself. I hit one dude with a hammer. He did everything else.
Y-
I
you
guess I
know,
tackled the guy.
For some reason, it doesn't surprise me that in Suji's moment of glory would be the moment that we're not here to watch it. But I am glad it all worked out. Um, and I must say I'm very excited to see the results of your endeavor, or rather his endeavor.
It's about this time, Suji, you kind of pop yourself back into the forge. You see Revi and Tinkers and Dory are talking. Speak of the
Oh.
devil.
Oh, there he is, the man of the hour.
Oh, hey, Robbie. So where's Schmidt at and the rest of the crew?
Seven and Valia. Seven's getting his clothes and his weapons, whatever. Valia's with him. I think Zaishori is looking for a church. Who knows where Vinteth is or where he's going? Maybe back to the church. But I didn't really ask before I left.
Fair.
So
And where
how
did you
was?
say Schmidt was at?
Oh, I think he's. DM, what do you see? He's wandering off to the bars or something.
I mean, you guys dropped. He, like I said, he has a plot of land kind of
Oh
outside
yeah,
of town. So
yeah.
you guys helped him get the vessel there. He was going to
Yeah.
prepare the vessel in a bottle spell and
Yep.
then go get blackout drunk somewhere.
Yeah, so yes, we left him back at whatever his place is. But we were able to basically get him the components, help him finish the spell. So ship in a bottle is good to go. And as of roughly a day ago, we are or roughly hours ago, we are finished with our contract with Schmidt.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was still going to be following us, but I guess that makes sense.
No,
Did what he need to.
He's going to be around here, enjoying himself. I'm sure drinking until, as he put it, I think it was, till someone else is batshit crazy enough or something like that uh to cross the symphony yet again.
Us in a nutshell.
Well,
I'm sorry, what? You guys did what?
Oh, it's no big deal. We crossed Walken Symphony in a very advanced vessel, and just so safe. So safe.
We like skipped across the symphony.
Y'all were crazy enough to let Captain Schmidt Torin take you across the symphony.
Oh, you know him.
No, Schmidt.
Oh, fuck! You guys are crazy.
Oh yes, no, he got us there, and I mean
I'm sure he did.
It was great, and nobody died. I mean, even his two compatriots managed to live. And Sven and other guy, they were great. Well,
Look,
one of them was. Anywho, but
just
How
yeah,
do you even
that's
know this Schmidt?
wait, what did you say, CG?
Or how do you even know Schmidt? Dory, like, how do you know Schmidt, Dory? It doesn't seem like something you would really be in contact with.
I work on the docks. You spend enough time at the Sagi Sahagwin, you've met the tiny little man that gets blackout drunk and talks about skipping across the fucking symphony.
Oh, I guess so he wasn't BSing us then about those 12 previous trips, something like that, Suji. Well, yes, apparently though Dory, on the prior trips, you see, he manages to make this work by taking a straight line across the symphony, and we got a bit diverted, so we were all over the place, but as I always knew we would, found our way to the shores of Falthea.
Oh.
Let's just say, Walken is rather unforgiving.
Yeah, don't question that. But I'm glad you all made it. God, wow, you guys are absolutely wild. That is learn things every day about. Huh.
Well, you
Honestly,
know,
I feel like it was a bit of impatience that made us go through the symphony. Like, what we don't even have a true deadline of when we need to reach there, but we decided to anyway.
no, you're right. We had other options. Suji, we are all well aware of the other options we could have picked at this point.
Hmm.
I think Valia made that perfectly clear. But yes, we figured straight shot, you know, drunken captain, lots of experience. I mean, what could go wrong, right?
Hey, you made it here, I guess.
So, Suji, as you can tell, he's dying of anticipation over here. I gesture towards Tinkers.
Let me see it.
What's it called? I'm
Did the
like,
cat just talk?
Oh, yeah, he's a familiar. Don't mind. You get wizards in the city, right?
You
wait,
know, I can accept that magic shit happens, but no, not a lot of wizards come to the blacksmith.
Hmm. Well, I kind of just give my armor a quick tap, and it's like, I imagine most wizards are not dealing with practical application of their magic. Bit of armor can help anyone.
It's fair. Most of the ones I see are in robes. Does
Yeah,
that stop?
they love their robes, but honestly, I mean, outside of I gesture again towards Tinkers, I'd prefer those that come upon me do not obviously see me as a wizard, magic user for a variety of reasons. Beyond just the common sense aspects of protecting oneself.
Yeah, everyone should wear some sort of armor if you're gonna get into fights.
Mm.
But anyway, don't let my amazement at talking cats and monkey transformations derail. You guys do your thing, Suji. Like, show them the thing.
okay, you put it over here, right? Uh, go over a little in the back into one of the cupboards, and I pull it out, and bam! Here's the armor. It's all nice, polished. Looks like
Does
it pretty much looks like exoskeleton of Tinkers.
is
And
it amazing,
why,
DM?
yes. Is a question for the DM, so I can't quite answer that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm just trying to gauge my reaction based on my assessment of quality here.
Um, I mean, as far as the look, it looks immaculate. It looks like it
Mm.
is well jointed armor. You can see that there's a lot of flexible plates to it that are going to allow Tinkers, not to lose a lot of mobility. There's slots for the wings. That way, those can still function the way they need to. Um,
It's like airflow going on.
yeah, a
Nice.
little bit of
It's a
aerodynamic.
Wow. Wow, Suji, that looks excellent. Very. And I'm assuming the blueprints are close. So I'm gonna like kind of just look at
Yeah.
them and then like look back at it like, wow. And I'll just give him a pat on the back. Well done for your. And I realize I'm about to slip and say first attempt for your fine craftsmanship. Why am I even surprised? And I just kind of put this down. Like, just well done, my friend.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Obviously there's like super minor things that like once we were actually working with it and Dory kind of discussed it like a little touch here, a little touch there. I was having some crazy ideas towards the end, but I was like, you know what? I know Tinkers wants this armor, you want this armor. We'll just keep it nice and simple right here.
I mean,
Just spend some time polishing up. Nice,
well,
beautiful.
I appreciate the polish. It looks very nice. Honestly, Suji, after this, if you have some crazy ideas, like, well, actually, how much of the ore did you use? DM original would be 12 pounds.
Yep. So with your original nat 20, after pulling out the impurities from the 12 pounds you had about 9 pounds of pure Nelfinian ore. With your constant checks, you were good on. This was a complete victory on that. For full Tinker armor, and this is how much armor you used about 1.5 pounds.
Oh, holy shit, that's it. Wow. God
You
damn.
rolled
Okay.
pretty. The
Yeah,
nat
yeah.
20,
I mean, yeah, he
the
did.
nat 20 letting him refine it to its purest
Yeah, it's
form.
max capacity.
And again, it's not the plates are Nelfinian ore. A lot of like the joints and like the chain work is actually made of different metals that you need
Make
to
more
because
sense for those components.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you use Nelfinian ore for the important parts that protect and allow for the mobility, but there are other metals in it. So yeah, but with his very good checks and his original nat 20 carrying over for a lot of it, yeah, only wasted about 1.5 pounds. 2 tinkers though, as far as the weight on him, it's less than 1 pound.
Huh. Oh, just because the weight's just distributed, you're saying? Yeah?
Correct.
Oh, interesting.
And
But
because of just the nature of Nelfinian.
holy shit, Suji! You only used a pound. Yeah, so you perfectly refined that pile of scraps into this, and then you only used 1.5 pounds of it. My God. Oh, all right then. Suji, if you have any ideas at this point, feel free. And frankly, I would love to watch. Maybe I'll pick up something that could assist me in my own craftsmanship.
I definitely want to take a little bit of a break from blacksmithing after
Oh,
those
that's fair. Look,
those
no
hard days.
Suji, no pressure, Suji. You've done quite a bit.
Well, we
Thank
still have quite a bit, and it'll even speed up the process by a day on the future days because this is all refined and good to go.
I wonder. I mean, honestly, when we were talking about the familiar armor, I had contemplated next, a potential blueprint for Zoth, but
Mm.
Vintet seems to have him hang back most of the time. Might be impractical. Now I must wonder, with 7.5 pounds remaining, wonder what else could be made. Probably questions for another day, but something we could ponder on if you'd like.
Yeah, I haven't quite thought of what familiar I might like, but who knows? Maybe a bear familiar with some Fumian
I,
or use
I,
up
do,
all of
I,
it.
I don't think, I don't think you could summon a bear with that spell. Maybe
Ah, okay.
maybe a tiny bear. I don't.
Mm.
We'll
I,
mess with
I
the magic. We'll figure it
I
out.
have seen stuffed bears before that were really small. Maybe a bear that size. I don't know quite the power of this spell. But I think I was so focused on this, and then afterwards just kind of like breathe and be like, oh, the work is done.
Oh wait,
Honestly, I feel
wait.
like you guys like just left.
See, you also didn't receive the help from the. You didn't use the familiar.
No, not at all. I never even. I kind of had the ring there, and like the first day I was kind of gonna use it, but like I kind of just didn't even think about it. It's just kind of been on my finger here.
I guess you were in the zone.
Mm.
I mean, no
Yeah,
complaints.
nothing really was going wrong, so I guess I never thought of like a little outside help or anything.
Well, I know that this was, I gestured towards the ring. I know that this was, effectively as we discussed for this whole project. But the least I can do is, if you'd like to continue forward with it, is provide some spellcraft. Once we can talk later, but anything pops to mind, ask away.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So
You
knowing he's not messing with it anymore, I am gonna go and start trying to fit. So for the
So
final
Suji,
film.
I will ask you, uh, with your nat 20 from your first day,
Mhm.
you have the option of how you want to split up essentially the ingots of Nelfinian ore you have.
Mhm.
So you can do like 3 2-pound ingots and then like have the half pound left over. You can do 2 pound, 3-pound ingots, or basically how you want it broken up in case you have to use it for just your bookkeeping purposes. You can decide
Yeah.
how you want them kind of
You
split.
said it's 7.5 pounds left, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it would probably be 7 1-pound bars and then a half pound. So I would think I'd be like trying to make it pretty small and stuff.
Cool. Easy enough.
All
So,
right.
yeah, so whoever's keeping track of that can go ahead and
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the bag of holding if that works for you.
Pounds pure.
Yeah, pure Nelfinian or ingots. Beautiful.
Sure, are you back?
Yes.
Roll a d20 for me. Okay. 7 Valir, as you guys are exiting, as you exit the tailor and start making your way through town back towards the docks, about halfway, you do notice Saishori is kind of walking down the street going back towards the tailor. You spot each other kind of halfway.
Where are you going?
Oh, 7. I just walk over. I was looking for you guys.
Oh,
Is he wearing his suit?
yeah.
Full
Yeah,
on.
he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Nice dreads.
Oh, yes.
You're looking spiffy and nice.
Yeah, the threads are nice, but look at this fabric. It's so good.
Show her the back 7.
Oh yeah, look. Let's show her. Her robot ass.
Wow. That is
It's for the tail. They thought of everything.
that's great. That's great, 7.
Yeah.
Yes, he very much loves it. The fabric, I must say, it is fantastic. Like, it is premium fabric, and even with battle, like I told him, he's not gonna get it. He shouldn't worry about it, about get his suit getting ruined at all.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something you would wear. Where are
Now,
you guys heading to?
we were going to get 7 his quiver that he requested. I say quiver because it's gonna be very massive for all his weapons and spears and everything he wants in there.
Oh,
I
so
need
you're
it.
heading towards the forge.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
forge.
Yes, that is where we're headed right now.
Okay. 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 I guess let's go towards the forge where Dory Way is.
Uh, you're not gonna get romantical with us there, right?
Ah,
I don't think
ah,
that's a battle I want to see.
I don't think I want to be in that battle either.
I confused as to what you're referring to.
Oh, they explained to me what romantical love was, and I don't want to see it.
I see.
There's no blood and guts. but apparently
Story
there's other
way.
fluids, and I don't know. I stopped asking because they stopped telling me, and it's fine.
There's only so many Oh, sorry, I'm not there.
Story way. I traded some of my time for a discount on this great sword, and I'm coming to regret it.
It's a good sword.
It is. It was a great deal.
You could have. I
Zai-
I probably won't get romantical for a sword, but I have other ways.
Zaishori describes the life of courtesans, the later years. I traded my time for this discount, and now I regret.
That's like the best way to use that word too.
Courtesans.
Yeah.
Mm.
It originates from Italy. It's fancy.
I
Dear
know that.
etymology.
I know that
Streetwalker.
because of Assassin's Creed.
It was a word I had to learn for a play in high school.
Mm. Well, yeah, they're not going to put you in a high school play and start throwing around like horror or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe in Union High they could have gotten away with it, but not at Votech.
Yeah, maybe.
We're heading towards the forge.
Okay. So the three of you, one slightly more hesitantly than others, make your way towards Wage, Smelt It, and Dealt It. But the three of you eventually get to the docks, see the familiar sign, and able to approach.
Gonna hold all my weapons in such an orderly fashion I don't have to look for anything anymore.
I'm gonna stand behind Seven.
No one will be
Am
able
I
to take their eyes off me in my nice suit and cape. I should get a cane.
A cane. How do you know what a cane is, Seven? Where is this coming from?
At some
The
point,
guy at
he
the
must have
brokers
seen
had
it.
one.
Huh? Oh yeah, he
It had a
did.
weapon in it. It'll be fine. Why can't I have that?
No. You could definitely have all you want. I'm just curious if this sudden interest in your appearance came from.
You want me to be naked?
No, it's
Are you
not
one of those perverts?
not at all, Seven. I'm just curious as to what's making you buy just such fine clothing and everything now.
I want to look good for when I murder my enemies, so they have something nice in their last moments.
I see.
Huh.
Makes sense. Okay, that's all I was wondering. You can dress however you want. I just wanted to know why the sudden interest, and it
Huh.
makes sense for you. It makes sense,
Right? Okay. So who wouldn't want to be murdered by me?
right? Of course.
As you're having this conversation, uh, the two of you with Saishori kind of tucked behind Seven's billowing cape, um, make your way into doorways. Suji, you see Valir and Seven both in fine clothes that you did not see them in previously.
Wow, guys, that's kind of a dramatic change. I almost didn't even recognize you. I might not have even recognized you and thought it was just another elf in a suit attacking me. But then I saw the giant Seven over there, and it made it a little more obvious.
Yes. Seven. Show him the back.
Oh, look, check this out. I turn around. Robot ass. They made space for my tail. So I don't have to ruin my suits ever again. And it's blood resistant and it stretches with my body. My transformations, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely tons of space for your tail and probably other things. They did a fantastic job on that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they gave me this and
Evan,
pull out
you
the
know,
extra
you
fabric.
know, now that I see the way they designed that for you, I remember back home there was this bar. I think it was called the Tool Shed. I saw guys coming out of there wearing that all the time, so it must be fashionable.
So there's a bar by you with more robots for tails and stuff?
Oh, they were into robots, just ordinary elves
Oh,
that
we're not
happened to be wearing a similar style to your.
automatons.
No,
No, I'm
elves.
correcting myself.
Oh, that's right.
oh man, I bet you a female elf wearing that would be quite sexy.
Yeah,
Why?
Wow.
Why?
it just so happens I don't think I ever saw a woman coming out of that bar.
How would
Hmm.
they be wearing my clothes, Suji? Let's think about it.
Hey, I'm the armor man, not the cloth man. That's all I'm saying.
I know you're not a man of the cloth.
So speaking of suits and elves in suits, like, what the fuck is that shit? Why are they trying to beat me up and your family? Do they hate you? Does your family fucking hate you?
No. And first off, I had no idea they were going to go after you. I just totally
The
forgot.
second he says that, I will be just glaring at Valir for the rest of the statement.
I just forgot that I was supposed to meet them over there, but I didn't know they were going to go after you at all. But something in me just knew you're going to be fine. You were not going to be in harm's way. If you must know, the people who went after you got hired by my family, specifically my sister. And
So is
she,
your sister hot or something? This one guy kept saying something about this.
sure, sure, why not? Um,
Wait, you think your sister's hot?
I don't think
Suji,
you're supposed to
well,
do that.
Suji, we have been trying to get this information for days. Will you shut up and let him tell it?
Okay, just go on.
That's the wrong kind of
Please.
romantic love.
but yes, yeah, she's been looking for me for a while. Hence the new clothes. She's the one who gave me this. Haven't seen her yet, but she dropped it off that time we were done for the night, and she gave me some wine and his clothes, and here I am. And yeah, she's been looking for me to go back home.
Valia, I remember you talked about everything that happened with your parents. Is this something separate, or is it all just the same conflict, whatever it may be?
Oh, this is more as in is family business. They have a nice little business, and they just they really want to talk to me about it. I have
I see.
responsibilities and things, yada yada, and it's just
It-
not my interest per se.
In um, what sort of family business is this? I had a family business too, as I've told
Oh,
you many times.
and I just point to my clothing and Seven's clothing. This kind of business, just
Oh,
the
I
best premium, top notch fabric you can imagine. That's us.
I
Well,
expected.
them.
Yes, I expected something a great deal more sinister, given how cagey you've been. So
No, no,
you don't
no.
want to be a. I mean, I guess calling it. I look and I say it is a fabulous. Yeah, is it an outfit or just like a shirt, like a piece of clothing? Is it a full outfit?
It's a full outfit, but
Okay.
is the fabric pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, the quality is clearly fabulous. I mean, I don't know if even describing them as tailors would cheapen it, but whatever they call themselves, I mean, if it's not your passion, I understand. But I must ask, if they want you so desperately for this, why send you away in the first place?
Well, I don't know. My younger years, I was quite a different person, I guess. Probably the same reason I got kicked out of the monastery. But you know, past is the past. I am curious to see why they want me back so badly. I know I have some responsibility, but yes, no one has very much told me what is happening there.
Mm.
But yes, they're the ones who hired. Well, my sister's the one who hired those people. Suji.
Well, I there's some good news here, everyone. That I don't know if anyone else has thought this one through yet. But if these were the people specifically hired to track down Valir, then my earlier, somewhat joking but not quite really joking plan of potentially hijacking this airship for our little adventure, um, I realize where I am for a moment and kind of look over and see if Dory Way is paying attention to all of this. And there's our roll.
Yep.
Give me an insight check.
Sure. Yeah, because that one just kind of slipped. Which also, I'm not a high wisdom character. I'm smart. I'm not a wise.
Dory does not appear to be very much invested in the conversation.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll just continue onwards then. Yes. So, I think, well, first and foremost, um, you just being able to get away from them that first night, and obviously very convincing. I think we go. As we discussed, we go. We try to convince them to let us use the ship for our purposes. And, we just ask them nicely. And if that doesn't work, then maybe we ask a little less nicely. What do you think, Seven?
We could definitely ask them not nicely.
Don't say we can start with the nice option. There's no reason to escalate if we don't.
But the
need
other
to.
way is faster.
I'm just saying, if these were the three hired, look, no offense to Suji, but they were outnumbered, and it, who's to say the airship security of any sort fares better?
No,
Just
Okay.
a thought.
knowing my family is probably their private stuff.
Ah,
I'm assuming, knowing them.
well, I trust your judgment. I just, this one's on you, Millie. I know we've been talking about this goddamn airship for weeks now, but if there's a possibility we get on it and we're stuck on it, going to, oh gods, where what? Silken Valley, I believe it was.
Yes, Silken
Yes.
Valley.
If we're stuck going all the way up there without proper transportation via airship back, we're talking several weeks waste, I would think, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get one, unless my family is being very stingy. But I still have some. I'm assuming I still have some strings I could pull over there. I'm not sure. Haven't been there in a while, but we'll see. Also, Suji, what else did they tell you about the three hired people? What did you find out? Anything else?
So, so basically, we captured one of them, brought him in, we questioned him a bit. He didn't want to speak too much, but I needed to get at least some answers out of him before I just beat the shit out of him even more. But basically, he said his his boss personally, his name's Tristan.
Hmm.
He got hired by the pretty lady, which I guess is your sister, and not too much. I don't think they were exactly weak. They definitely took a beating before the two others ran, and especially Lars, the one we captured. They definitely weren't too weak, but they were hitting my clones, and I didn't take any damage. Wei didn't take any damage, so I wasn't too mad about it. I basically just threatened Lars, just so they'd stay off my back, and let me focus on it. So it was kind of a more of an annoyance than a huge threat, but it definitely could have went way worse. I'm
I,
sure.
s- I see.
I guess it all worked
Mhm.
out. I imagine they did not bother you the last few days, at least.
I see.
Nah, I definitely haven't seen him around. So, but I don't know if it's the best, but mainly because I was just annoyed at the time. I did say when you would be approximately back in town, so they might start looking around again.
Oh, eh. Well,
So, is
not a
that
problem.
is that the plan, Valia? Are we at least going in that direction?
Yes, it'll be the fastest way to go wherever we need to go. Also, finally, an airship. You guys will finally see why I wanted to get on an airship to begin with, instead of taking, no offense to Captain, the freaking boat aircraft that he had.
Vessel.
Vessel.
Oh,
The vessel.
So much fun.
all offense to Captain. You heard that absolutely. Look, I'm glad we're done with that fucking contract. That unhinged rant. I mean, admittedly, he had a point. It is a shameful way for trained spellcasters to be using their magic in tax collection. Give me a fucking break. But that said, he must owe. He must owe some staggering amount of coin to have an organization applying magic in that frequency and quantity to find him.
True.
Mm.
But yes, we can do that. And you guys would experience the finer things for sure.
Finer than my suit.
Oh,
I
your,
wasn't
your
I
suit is up
wasn't
there.
poor, Valir. I'm not some downtrodden slob.
I never said you were poor, but
I've had finer things. Maybe
you
not
had.
Mr. Fancy,
But okay,
clothing empire airships, but I've had nice.
how would you gauge the brokers' estates? Were you
Uh,
used to that or no?
DM, I'm assuming, but you can tell me if maybe otherwise from my hometown. That was probably one of, or maybe the biggest sort of place of its sort I've seen.
Compared to your hometown, is probably the biggest place you've ever seen.
Okay. I mean, well, the Brokers was pretty good. It was. I've never seen anything like the Brokers establishment.
Yeah. So imagine that, and probably that and a little bit more. That's basically what my family had. Just to point out, like they have uh one of the two largest textiles. We're like one of the bigger producers out here in all of Alphere. So
Is
we're
that sort of thing like? Again, I know there are not brands in this world, traditionally speaking, but would that sort of thing be common knowledge on? Oh, okay, I know that those two are X and Y.
I would say you and Suji could give me history checks, being from
Okay.
Falthier, if you were so inclined.
I am very much inclined because I know Valir's not telling me shit, so I got to figure it out on my own.
You said for me to roll as well.
If you were interested in, if you knew like
I am
some of these minor
very
things.
interested.
Big interesting.
If that was not clear.
minor chrono shifting interest.
Yes, I know you're going to fucking remember this, Rolvy. Now think.
Um, the yeah, as the two as you're having this conversation and Valir is, describing his home and the fact that his family is into textiles and that they're one of the major producers. Um, yeah, there are obviously many different textile producers in Falthair. There's a lot of great natural resources here, but the connection to Silicon Valley is a very, very easy jump to one of, if not the biggest textile producer, manufacturer, tailor, outfit, everything, the whole shebang. This is the top of the food chain when it comes to textiles and garments in Falthier. And that is the full name. Warsenlock Fineries. I'll spell it.
Yes, please, God. Just put me out of my fucking misery. I don't even want to try.
WARSEN
Mm-hmm.
apostrophe OCK.
Roach, these apostrophes. Oh. At
It's an
one
elf
point, you.
thing. What do you want?
Oh man, Roach.
That razzle dazzle, man.
Yeah.
No, that's not
Warsenlock
Raviel. That's
Finery.
Raviel.
Yeah.
You've got to add the. All right. Done
But
now.
yes, Warsenlock Fineries is
Correct me if
arguably the
I'm-
largest
oh,
player. Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Every time Valir has had to introduce himself, it has always been just Valir, right? We have never heard his last name.
I've said Valir Warlock.
Oh, Warlock. Okay, I was wondering if I misheard you because that's what I have on my on my
No,
introductory page. I went
that's
back
what
to
I'm
my
insane.
memory. I was like, wait, wait a second. You're a fucking Wolsenok?
Yes.
Holy shit! What? What? Wait, I just kind of turned to everyone like, I don't know why we're doing all this work for the broker for this money. We should have just asked his family if they're having any troubles back home. All our
Why?
problems could have been over. They are rich. Lots of money. I mean, the broker's funding a town, and I'm pretty sure the broker could work for them. Well, money-wise. And again,
I'm
who
just gonna
knows?
shrug. I don't get it.
They are okay, Seven. If you've seen how money can buy a variety of different things,
Yeah.
all these coins, all the weapons, the lovely fabrics that you like, and I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Well, large amassments of coin can buy bigger things. You know, loyalty, people, workers, towns,
Money
government,
buys loyalty?
power. Well, as long as the money keeps coming.
That
Give
can't
it
buy
back.
my power.
You enjoy things, but you're not motivated by money in the traditional sense that people are.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, so with that said, yes, his family probably some of the wealthiest and most influential in Falthea.
Oh. Okay.
But yes, that is my family's business, and that's why my sister hired people to come get me for it. I am not sure. Again, I'm not entirely sure why now, or yeah, why did they need me so urgently? Now they've been fine since I've been away, so I'm a bit curious, but not too curious. But I guess now I'm gonna find out.
Maybe they have work. Tinkers. Where do people buy so many spells?
I'm sure, but it's whatever.
Yeah, look, Leah, if you wish to talk about the difficulties, you're welcome to. I understand, families have their problems.
No.
I don't mean to make light of your situation. But admittedly, yes, the prospect of potentially doing a critical job for the Warsanox is appealing for hopefully
Yes,
many thousands of reasons.
yes. I don't know. I think they're just jealous of how great of an elf I am, just great at everything. And I don't know, maybe my father was jealous and that's why he and my mother kicked me to the monastery. They had their reasonings. I understand, you know, I am very, what's the word I'm looking? I'm out there. I'm elf of the elves, That's it.
You know,
But
Valia,
I don't know.
I was going to say, I was one sentence from saying, you know, you come off as someone who likes the finer things, but not necessarily as a Warsenok. But right there, right there, you you nailed it.
Yes. Well, I guess my time in the monastery changed me a bit, I guess you could say. But I also got kicked out of there too. So yeah,
Well, apparently because you are just the elf of all elves, Valia.
like I, no, in the monastery, no one. I didn't find a worthy opponent over there. Okay, like I didn't feel putting into the effort fighting anybody during trading. No one was worth my time. So they
Well,
kicked me out. That's fine. I was bored anyway.
I make my jokes, Valia, but I am no stranger to leaving because one's peers don't ascertain what's possible.
Exactly. I'm just awesome. People just need to accept that.
That's another way of putting it.
But
Wait, where,
since
where is? Wait, I've mentioned her at least twice. Where the hell is Zaishori? Assuming she's standing behind Seven still.
she still is.
I'm not gonna respond.
Wait, did she? Wait, are you? Was no one watching? Where is she?
I
Did she go to the church? All right, so she's probably looking for the Church of Zinna.
I mean, Vintet's not here either, so
Well, yes, but you notice I didn't ask about that.
Oh.
No, no, that's me. No, no. After the Sora and Lynn stuff, actually, I'd be like, wait a second. If he's going back to the church, is no one following him?
oh
Oh God,
gosh,
we gotta.
no. Oh,
We should
right.
get
We're really
we should get
following.
moving. We really
need-
need to get moving.
I need my weapons thing.
Oh, yes. Your weapons.
My weapons quiver.
You do that. I'm fitting.
Ravi,
You go
Ravi,
first.
Ravi.
Oh, I will. Yeah, Tinkers, let's do the fitting over here. We won't bother anyone.
All right.
And I will walk generally towards the rear.
Okay.
If you're going to the church, don't forget the question.
Oh, good call. Yes, no, I remember. Why was there no pool for tieflings? Who created them? And
Thank you.
the abundance of them we were informed about. Is that right?
Yes,
Good. No problem.
there used to be an abundance that we were everywhere, and now we're
this
not.
it's kind of sus.
I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need a stealth check.
Yeah, that's fair. Wait, from who? From both of us or just her?
No, just her. She's actively
Okay, yeah,
trying not to succeed.
because I'm fitting, and so I can just talk and do my thing. Huh?
Okay.
That's not bad. Guess depends on how aware Mr. Way is on this day.
I'll roll his perception check out in public.
Yes.
Fine.
Oh,
Ooh. Does he have? What's his modifier? What's his modifier?
We'll find out. Continue.
Oh, good. Good. So it's like, okay, good. No problem. As soon as I'm done fitting this, giving it one quick test, I I will go chase down Vinteth.
I'm just trying to pump myself up to
Uh,
go talk to Dory.
I was gonna say, so Zaishori, are you hiding from Dory Way?
Maybe.
I mean, are you hiding because you wish you didn't make the agreement in the first place?
I've never dealt with something like this before. I've never had someone have any kind of attraction towards me. It's very odd. Like I think he's a weird.
Well, I know this is a unique situation for you, Lashori, but there are plenty of, humans and elves, plenty of them who get together physically, emotionally. I think you should allow, especially given the goddess you follow, I think you should allow yourself to experience love in some way. I'm not saying you will with him, but it's a start. It's, as you said, every journey starts somewhere.
I'll think about it.
Just you've got time, or we keep you hidden and we leave. I'll just keep doing the thing.
You guys are having that
How's the
conversation.
feeling? Take this.
Feels tough.
You are so adorable and ferocious.
Yep. I could probably fight something.
We'll
Bullywog?
find
Yeah,
Ah.
I could probably take it.
it. We'll find you something good to fight. Don't worry.
Yeah. Maybe Zoth. Maybe I'll start with Zoth.
Well, he is your size.
Yeah, it's a fair fight.
Although you would be wearing armor created by all manner of master blacksmith by definition.
Plus, I got the wings.
I mean, Zoth seems tough. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll do something. But as you are finishing up your conversation with Saishori, strapping on the different armament pieces onto Tinker's, Seven, you ask about your quiver. Dory probably kind of peeks up. It's like, oh yeah, please come on in. I was actually just finishing up that. Suji finished up yesterday, so I've had a little bit of time to wrap that one up. Come on in. Let's get you fully fitted for the straps.
Then I gotta make sure all my weapons fit in this here quiver.
I don't know about all of them, but you see, he pulls it out, and it's essentially what you think it is. It's kind of like a basket, but it's like flat on one side, so that like you can put the straps on it, and it sits like flush to your back, and the other side is kind of like curved out. Mechanically, it can carry up to 10 weapons of that size. So either javelins, spears, harpoons, great swords.
I got some bad news for myself. I have 10 javelins alone.
But now it actually makes sense that you have them. And
Yeah,
you're not just like
hauling these
Yeah.
around. And
Like I got them to stick in some of my my back scales and stuff.
yeah, a couple of them. Yeah.
So yes, but the way it works is it does carry 10 weapons. However, it does actually give you a mechanical benefit.
Yeah.
To draw something from it does not cost movement.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting. So he gets like a free weapon swap basically mid
Correct.
combat. Cool. That is cool.
So what would have
I like
cost you half your movement just to like stow and pull out a new weapon, now you can just pull out javelin, throw javelin, pull out javelin.
All right. How many javelins can I throw in a turn though?
2, because you have 2 action, 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. That's not true.
Currently, you have 2 attacks.
Okay, 7. You remember the Warlords band? I can
Yeah.
have a javelin attack through you by proxy.
Yeah, and then I can still throw good old lefty or righty at the end.
Yeah.
All right. I have 2 ranged weapon attacks now per turn. All right.
Yeah, so he straps it. He puts it on your back, kind of like measures you out to like kind of figure out how much strap he needs to add on, so that way you can measure it. So like, okay, cool. All right, give you a little bit of wiggle room there. Try that. Yes, kind of just like move around a little bit
Yeah.
and see what it, make sure it
Get
doesn't
it, we're
throw off.
moving. Okay. And you account for the tail coming out?
Yep, it's
All right,
pretty
perfect.
short. You're thankfully you're a tall dude, and so that way it only comes out to starts up your shoulders. That way you have like quick grab, but it ends about your lower back, so like right where your tail starts to come out from what the one time I've seen it. I'm hoping it comes out the same way every time. If
It
not,
does.
okay. Again, didn't want to assume anything, but I had to given the situation. Um, you see, as he's kind of like strapping you in. He's kind of like, is she okay?
Who?
Kind of like nods his head towards the shore.
Yeah, we didn't get in any fights.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
fine. I'm glad you guys had a good time. We actually got into a fight. I hit a guy with a hammer. Fun.
All right, did you eat them afterwards?
C7, that would be cannibal. No, actually, Suji was telling me about you eat like things, and that's
Yeah.
also wild. But no, I didn't eat him. He was another elf. That would be cannibalism. Um, generally frowned upon.
Oh, frowned upon. I can't do that.
Frown?
Yeah, look. I'm just staring at him with robot face.
That's I should have figured that out. But yeah,
Oh.
but no, but I'm glad you guys didn't get into fights. But is she okay? She seems she's hanging back. And is it weird? Is it awkward?
Yeah,
Why am I talking to you about this?
I don't know.
Right.
Do I hear him?
You're
Give me a perception check.
Well,
You're too busy at this point having the conversation with Revi about.
Right.
Walk like crouched.
Yeah.
Am I fully understanding the words he says? Because I can change this whole conversation.
How do you want to interpret them as 7? I cannot tell you how you are.
I have to roll for that.
You can if you want.
All right,
Sure.
what would that be?
Let's call it insight.
All right. Nope.
Oh,
Yeah,
feel
no,
free
we
to-
didn't get any fights. I don't know. Are you
Crit.
a pervert?
What?
Just obviously. Yeah. I've met some perverts before. They kind of looked at me the way you were trying to look at her. You a pervert? Did you ting?
What?
I don't
I'm
know.
very. You know what? You're all set.
Uh,
Looks great. Seems like it's functioning. Good job. There you go. Put
Yeah.
some, javelins in there. You're good to go.
All right. I'm gonna
Good-
take my bundle of javelins.
Good talk.
Yep. Gonna walk back towards the. He said he's not a pervert, and then I'm just gonna start looking at wares. And someone better else be talking to me.
Seven. How's everything? How's your quiver? How's your suit? How's it feeling for
I
you?
like it. I like it a lot. It fits, I think. The feeling things new. It doesn't. I think I feel warm again on the inside with all this now. But yeah, it's good. And Dory said he's not a pervert, so I guess that's good too.
Yeah, yes, it's good that he's not.
Yeah.
For record site, sure, yes, you do hear 7 because he's not controlling his volume at all.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Now I just noticed the insight roll.
Yeah.
True.
I love
All
how
the
even
us see 'em.
seven. How is it that even seven's bad rolls are in character? Like I just don't get it.
Do
Guys
lots
tell
of practice.
stories.
Yeah. These are things that happen. What do you mean?
Amazing.
What you got, Sideshore?
I'm gonna step out from behind Seven. I'm gonna look at Dory and just like whisper, but not really whispering. Can we talk after this?
Oh, hi. Yeah, yeah, of course. Whenever you want. No pressure.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, if there's nothing else I can help you out with, for now, we're all set here. Suji's done. It looks like you got. Oh God, he looks over to see Revy put the final piece of armor onto Tinker's.
Oh my god,
It's
it's
like
brilliant!
a Gundam.
It's so wonderful.
That is
Uh.
horrifying and adorable, and I
It's perfect.
I couldn't be happier. That's fantastic work. Suji, I will ask you. I will ask you. Oh, go ahead.
I might be biased here, but I think Tinkers might now be the most fashionable of the party.
Oh
What?
no. Oh no. Don't say that around him.
Them some fighting words.
What do you mean? Look at us.
We got two.
His armor
two
doesn't even
bad
have
fashion
spikes
boys.
on it. What do you mean?
It's smooth
I
and
offered to-
aerodynamic.
He does need to fly, and also, we don't want him looking like a weapon of war necessarily.
What? I do reach back into my bag, but the teeth, he could have been so much more.
I will not let you get me down in this moment, Seven.
I'm not saying
Nothing
it's bad.
gets me
It could
down
be
in this
better.
moment.
Look at my suit.
Because actually, one thing could get me slightly down in this moment, but overall, I'd still vow myself to figuring it out. You ready for the big test, Tinker?
I'm just gonna walk off away from him. Just he's like, teeth, spikes, whatever.
Yeah, I'm ready for a test. Suji, I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
Do you sign your work?
No. What am I supposed to sign the work? Wait, is that Dory or the DM asking me?
That is me as the DM asking you. Usually, and you've
Yeah.
seen it before.
Yeah,
You've
I
seen
know.
Dory. You've seen, Revy actually has one. Most master craftsmen have some sort of either symbol or, they'll put their initials. Something that a calling card to identify something as theirs. So
Yeah, I
just
feel like
asking.
for this one, I definitely wouldn't have.
Okay, cool,
My site doesn't have one either.
makes sense. Just figured I'd check.
hmm
All right, boss. What do we do?
Well, it's gonna be one you're used to, Tinkers, so I will snap my fingers and send him to the void.
Cool.
What happens?
You see a pile of armor crumble to the ground.
Shit! Ah, okay.
Robbie, did you literally just drop it? Do you know how long it took this? Like, it's durable, but fuck. That's kind
I
of
mean,
rude.
it is just one more challenge to overcome, and I will pop Tinker's back. Yeah,
Pops
so
back he pops back on top of the armor. He's not in.
yes, so I will
Did it work?
start. No, I will start refitting him. So Tinker's. All right. So the good news is it's fantastic. We'll test the combat readiness later. But for now, this would definitely limit your let's call it not mobility, but flexibility. Problem for another day.
Hey, no worries. Honestly, I thought we were doing the combat one first. I thought you were gonna like hit me with something. I wasn't ready for just like poof. Yeah. At least I have the armor now. That's cool.
Yes, I'll figure out a way, Tinkers. I mean, I know there are magical items that I do believe you could take with you, as I send you out and into this plane. So just have to figure out the right enchantments, and I bet I could do so with this armor. Just might take me some time.
Cool. But for now, I guess I gotta put it back on. God damn it. Well, you got to. I don't have thumbs.
Well, let's hold off for now. I take the armor and I'm gonna put it into the
He
bag.
gives
of
you
holding.
super sad cat face.
All right,
Like,
fine,
the
fine,
saddest of sad cat
fine,
face.
fine. We'll
Just
put it
full
back
head
on
tilt.
now.
Just
I will put it back on now and then try to convince everyone, I'm guessing, besides Zaishori, to go to find Vintef.
take another 5 or 10 minutes or so to put the armor back on.
Okay, so that is the time. It is 5 to 10 minutes.
Still
Okay, 'cause I mean
yeah.
that's it's going to be relevant at some point.
Yeah, he's still putting armor on, so it's still about 10 minutes, but for him it's probably closer to 5 just because it's a lot fewer pieces, smaller straps.
Okay.
All right, so you put Tinkers into his armor, and you're gathering whoever wants to leave to go track down Vindeth.
Oh, yeah, I have not been part of that conversation because I was off wandering, right?
Which conversation?
All of it because I walked away from Ravi and them because there were no spikes on the thing.
I mean, you're all still in the same. It's not a huge forge, so it's like
Okay.
Yeah, we're in a
you're
guy's
still
shop.
all there. So unless you actually exited the place, yeah, you can still vaguely, make
All right.
things out.
Okay, because I was gonna roll something. It might have been a test for tankers.
Oh no.
A lull in conversation, guys. And I checked out of it.
All right. So, are you guys following Revi out to go find Vinteth?
Yeah.
Say, sure, are you hanging back or are you following for now?
Oh, I'm hanging back for a bit, like a
Cool.
minute. A minute.
I
I
definitely
as
give
I
like another high five thing to Dory before I head out. Like,
Yep.
oh, it was great working with you. Definitely, if I'm in town, I'm definitely gonna see you again.
You as well, Suji. A lot of fun. Like I said, you're always welcome here whenever you want to come check out what I'm working on. If you got anything that you're any other crazy plans you're looking for an extra pair of hands or extra pair of eyes on, always welcome here.
All right, catch you around, Dory.
Right.
Then I'll walk out the
Cool. So
blacksmith.
four of you exit, leaving Saishori and Dory. Hi.
Hey. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Like I said, it's been some long, busy days, but can't complain. It's my job. How about you? Seven told me you guys no fights. That's good.
Yeah, I'm sorry that he called you a pervert.
That's okay. I can't say I get that ever, but you know, it's 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 cool. I wasn't gonna argue with him. He's a very large automaton.
Yeah, he's gentle in a certain way, you know. But can we talk about that time we're supposed to spend together?
Uh, yeah, sure. It's no whatever. Like I said, it's no no pressure, no obligation. Like honestly, it was
Okay, great. Because as you can see, there's no one else in the shop, right? The
nope,
forge.
just the two of you.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my hood.
Mhm.
As you can see, I'm really different. Is it the first time you've seen a tiefling before?
Yeah, I mean it's the first time I've seen a tiefling. I mean I'm familiar with you know different people, but definitely the first one I've met in person.
Yeah, there's not too many of us. I'm I'm finding out and I'm trying to find out more about my past and my people's past. My focus can't really waver right now, but I want to give you my full focus. Can I come back for that time on my journey back?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Look, yeah, I totally understand. Like, actually, I can't say it. No, that's me putting my foot in my mouth. I don't understand because I'm not a tiefling, so I can't possibly understand what you're going through, and that's I'm sure it's a lot. And of course, yeah, like I said, no pressure. And look, if you come back through town, it sounds like you guys are gonna be heading out, and you feel like you know if you're here for a night and want to get a drink, get some dinner or something, like yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be nice.
Great. This is all very new to me, honestly. So
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
very open to it.
that's good. I trust me, it's new for me too. I've I will say the thing I can appreciate is the fact that I have spent a large amount of my time. He kind of looks around at the forge, um, finding myself and honing my craft and doing something I love. And honestly, that it's brought me a lot of joy. But I'm a lot. I'm pretty new to this as well. Like this is outside my comfort zone a lot. Like I would rather I don't know go forge something. Like this is I'm bad at this.
Me too. Well, we can experience this new thing, whatever it is between us, whenever I come back. How about that? We're both cool.
Like I'd like that.
I'll go in for a hug.
Gives you the that awkward like I don't know where to put my hands hug of someone that like you're talking and you're both adults but like you still don't know like do I go for the full hug. It's awkward but eventually it gets awkwarder when he like goes to put his hands around you and you're like oh nope that's a giant great sword, there's the great axe, okay let me just
Trying
there
to
we
move
go.
him up, but also don't touch the horns. Don't touch the horns.
Yeah, so as with a lot of this it is just slightly awkward but in a good way.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm gonna
there's
throw
our
into the bridge and
definition of
head out.
romantic for seven.
If only he was there to experience it.
Yeah.
Yep. Now I just think he might still be a pervert. Not sure. Might have to hit him. Who knows?
But as you have this nice moment, he lets you go and it's like, well, like I said, you guys, you're all welcome here, whatever you want. working with Suji was definitely was an experience, and honestly, like I said, kind of dumb as bricks, but damn, does he know his way around a forge?
I kind of just like look down and just like shake my head. Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah. Touched by the gods. That one is like absolutely like he has a gift.
Just rubbing salt
All
into
right.
the wound. I'll see you, Dory.
You enjoy your day, Saishori.
You too. With that, I will catch up to the group.
My God, yeah. The two least religious members of this group both were literally touched by a god. Oh boy.
That's bullshit.
Isn't it fucking terrible?
But Saishori, after about it. All right, I'm gonna ask the serious question. Group that left the forge, did you actually leave?
I did.
Yeah.
Honestly, in this case, I would just have like given her like a good luck on my way out. Trust that she's gonna tell us later, because
Okay.
I don't want to miss something that Vinteth is potentially doing without us right now.
Brad froze.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that
All right.
nosy.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what?
ain't about to miss the Soren Lin lore because I was too busy eavesdropping.
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
Drake love
I was
life.
just waiting for the full Scooby Doo stack just outside the door. Cool. But yeah, Saishori, as you leave, only a couple minutes ahead of you, assuming they're not sprinting after Vinteth, you see it's hard not to pick 7 out of a crowd. A couple minutes down the boardwalk, you can rush up and catch up to the rest of the party. Meanwhile, Vinteth.
God.
Meanwhile,
So you were heading to the third church.
yep.
Okay.
They're assuming I'm going back to talk to to Tress. No.
They did. Cool. So Vinteth, regaining your bearings, remembering the directions you were given before, you know just outside, kind of to the northeast of town, there is a small settlement that's like part of the town, but slightly outside. This monastery, devoted to Soren. Make your way through town, make your way slightly outside, about maybe a 10-minute walk after you leave the city proper. You see not too large, probably 150 square feet, just kind of partitioned off with a little fence. There's a single long story building, single story building. Um, there is some training like grounds on the outside. You see like different like battle dummies that just like straw like tied together that are used for like training and whatnot.
Kind of odd to see. I'm gonna take note of that. I'm gonna walk over and inspect the dummies first. Actually,
Okay.
it's just such a weird thing to be outside of a house of worship. At least as far as I know it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You go over. They said just they're like straw, fully like tightly wound dummies that are meant for just practicing. You've probably not seen, but Vintet or Valir at some point has probably talked about different training he's done in his years. Seems like it kind of matches up. Slightly different, but
Any of them Are they all in good shape? Anything destroyed?
Give me a perception or investigation check, your choice.
Ho!
That ain't bad.
2020.
Looking around, I mean, they definitely all seen use. You see, like, loose straw on the ground where these things have been hit and kind of splinter and splay. None of them appear to be like destroyed, but definitely you can see parts where they've been, rebound or reinforced. They've seen a lot of heavy use.
Can I tell
your
if it's
initial
been like magical use or straight like sword play?
It's not sword play. It's definitely, again, you kind of akin it more towards, you've seen Valir fight. It is hand-to-hand combat. It is physical strikes. But with a 26, not 20, yeah. What you see is fuck. Gotta give it to you. Fuck. All right, cool.
I love it. Let's go.
Yes, I love it, man.
What you see from some of the straw and on the ground and where it's been kind of patched on some of these dummies, especially as you get kind of closer to the ones like further in, you notice kind of quickly signs of like the straw being blackened, very like discolored in places, and it's giving off faint remnants of some sort of magic effect. At first you think, char, fire, like something of that nature, but as you really dive into it, you notice what is easily distinguishable as like rot or decay, or the act of life being siphoned from something, as opposed to burning or charring of something.
Interesting. I'm gonna look for a clean spot on the dummy I'm examining, and I'm gonna use the level 1 inflict wounds on it and see what happens. And compare it.
Sure. Shits and giggles, give me an attack roll. Don't roll a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You hit the
See,
dummy.
as he reaches his hand towards the dummy, he trips.
Whoa! Trips, grabs himself. Ah!
Ow.
All right. Yeah. So you kind of reach a hand out and you cast inflict wounds, and you can see kind of that like necrotic energy radiate out of your palm and into the dummy. You do notice a similar, if not exact, kind of recreation of this like blackening, this darkening of this straw.
My
If
suspicions
not
are
to a
confirmed.
lesser extent.
A lesser extent. Oh. I like this place. Interesting. I'm gonna look around at the other dummies for a couple seconds just to see if there's anything similar to the one I hit, and then make my way towards the entrance.
So yeah, that was, you examine kind of all of them. That's where you kind of start piecing this information together, and that leads you to that. So yeah, they all have different varying condition to that. Like, you see some that are heavily rewrapped, and you have to like find like that one strand of like still left over like rotting necrotic hay, or straw, and then, but yeah, you kind of, they all have similar signs of it, in varying widths and degrees. What's your passive perception?
16, I think. Yeah, 16. I was just gonna ask, is anybody watching me?
As you're finishing examining one of these dummies, and you kind of like turn your attention to start walking towards this long hall, you're a perceptive dude. Zoth is 9 times watching your back. Like 9 times out of 10 is just watching your back to make sure nobody is coming up behind you. And neither of you clock the individual that is now probably about less than like 3 feet to your left.
Oh, I guess I noticed him out of the corner of my eye. I go, oh, what the fuck? Can I help you?
Hi, good day. Can I help you?
Yeah, good question. Where did you come from?
Where do all of us come from?
The
Your
mother.
mother.
Yeah, got that. Zoth, did you see him?
What the fuck? No.
Huh. Well, anyway, yeah, I assume you are somebody, maybe the caretaker of this place. Just wave my hand.
Is one of my responsibilities to train and look after this place. It is nice to meet you, brother. Please, stand up. Come. What are my manners?
Nice to meet you too, brother. And I guess I'll try to shake his hand because I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
He offers you his hand back. Give me an insight check.
22.
Pretty good. You see, he has a very like calm but fierce demeanor about him. He, carries himself obviously with a lot of poise, and apparently is just silent as a button. The thing you notice though is as you're kind of like looking up at him, very very different than a lot of the people you've met over the last, being in town and being around here. The complexion of his skin, he's not a high elf. He's not, more of a tan, dark skin, wood elf, or even that of the ashen skins of, drow like Suji. His complexion matches more of yours. Ashen gray, very pale.
While I'm shaking his hand, I'm gonna look at his arm and be like, Shadar Kai? Brother?
He smiles. There's certainly one name for it, but we're all just elves, aren't we?
I honestly wouldn't know. I grew up with humans. You're the first one I've seen that is closer to me than the rest, I guess. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, that. Vinteth, by the way.
Brother Rory Del Rey.
Rory Del Rey.
Yep.
How many apostrophes?
Just one.
Del apostrophe R-E-Y or R-A-Y.
Del
R-A-I.
R-E-Y. R-E-Y.
I was right the first time. Motherfucker. Yeah. So Rory, R-O-R-Y, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Brother Rory. Quite the establishment. What do you train here exactly? I've never seen a training ground outside of a church or house of worship. Enlighten me, brother.
That's fair. I guess per se, we're not a house of worship. We are a brotherhood of elves that are like-minded and follow the ways of Soren Lin, and we understand the old ways and look to prepare ourselves for things to come. With that.
Say the thing. Things to come. Things to come. Things to come. You said the thing. Things to come. Okay. Okay. Question. Let me preface this with that. Where I come from, Retrag. I'm a high priest technically. I am learning so much about everything that has to do with the mother and various organizations surrounding her. Tell me more. Tell me more. Brotherhood, old ways. I was at the Bleeding Heart. Now, is this the Bleeding Heart? I forget.
No, this is
Death's Embrace.
Death's
Yeah, I was at the Bleeding Heart. I spoke to Tress. I'm assuming since you're so local, you would know her.
Of course, I've had my dealing. Yes.
Yeah. We don't have any of that in Vertrag. We don't have any of this.
I'm not surprised you don't have any of what Tress is offering in Vertrag. I don't believe anyone anywhere but Tress offers.
I would hope not.
Yes, it would be a much scary to others and I guess reassuring to us place if more places had what Tress had. And this is just, well, there's simply multiple types of worship. There's many ways to serve and be one with the mother. And we have just sworn ourselves to keeping with the fact that we do not live in a place that comes from something peaceful.
Something.
As much as the no, go ahead.
Yeah. So you're referring to before the covenants were made.
Correct. While there is peace now, there is always the possibility that peace won't last. And we try to make sure when the time comes that we're ready.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Are you basically saying that this brotherhood is essentially the mother's version of the Brothers Chosen? Except not. I'm obviously it's not as much as in your face as the rest of the fucking world, but that's the vibe I'm getting.
Are you asking him this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ignorant. I was raised by humans and fucking Vertrag, dude. I don't know any of this.
No, that's fair. Suppose to a degree, you could say that. We are not as militant or actively seeking the expansion or enforcement of the mother's will, as her will is, well, something we all share and therefore will come to us when it's our time.
All right, I'm visibly relieved to hear him say that because this whole time I'm thinking that the people that I had to fucking kill back home were members of these crazy fucks. So I like this guy. Good. That's good to hear. I've dealt with plenty of those, I guess, undesirable types you can call them that tried to enforce their will. Didn't go well for them, but
Sure, coming from Vertrack, you did. I'm sorry to hear that, and welcome back to the Mother's Land, I suppose. Have you been here long, or?
a week or two maybe. I've kind of lost track of time because the trip across the symphony was a nightmare.
Kind of looks at you up and down. Gives you that like slight head nod of like like is checking to see if you're full of shit, and then gives you that like nod of respect, like, all right, crossing the symphony, that's cool.
Yeah, working ain't nothing to fuck with. I've been sitting on that one.
That's a good one. I like that.
She certainly has her temper. But please come inside. Let's chat.
Oh yes, thank you. I mean, I'm
You-
enthralled actually at this point.
He leads you inside. You see, this is just one long hall. There is a center table. That's kind of that one of those like really low to the ground, no chairs, just kind of like cushions around it. You don't see like bedrooms or chambers or anything like that. There is no visible holy symbol to the mother, but you do see like into like kind of the woodworking of like the walls is kind of like different art etchings and engravings of like twirled and twisted vines of thorns, and it's kind of like in places dyed in with like deep red. It kind of like pops on like the lighter wood. um Very beautifully done, but you don't see like a traditional symbol of the full holy symbol here.
I'll comment on it. Like these reliefs on the walls are quite something. I don't see any of this, and I'll take out my book and like just the cover, the ring.
Yes, for good reason. The hands were actually added later. The original.
Ah, yes, old ways. I'm interested.
Yeah, the original symbol was mostly just the combination of the thorn, the briar, and the blood. But the hands were added as a way to connect her more to elves and humanoids in general, as a way of bridging the gap that she's you know closer to us than you think. It kind of gives more of a humanity to them.
Makes perfect sense. Go on. What's the specific connection to the thorn thing? Because that was never explained. I don't. The hands, thorns, blood. Yes, always been a thing. The blood is understood. Thorns, I could only ever get plant, and no one would explain it to me.
See, it's one of those things that we've searched for meaning for a while, and there's no so far we've not come up with a direct answer, as you I'm sure are aware. Much of the history of times before the covenant and early even early on after the covenants has mostly either been lost to word of mouth, not written down, or just not remembered for some reason. We do know it's tied somehow to the goddess Vendala, which makes sense, god of nature and all. But the actual direct tie, we have not been able to discern the actual significance in quite quite some time in our research here and other, facets of our order.
I will make it a point to ask Tress directly next time I speak to her. I'm sure someone of her age and knowledge might have some insights. I'm surprised you guys haven't asked already.
Like I said, I've had my conversations with Tress.
Are you amicable? Are you friendly?
Of course, we both have similar wants and goals in this world, and she plays things very close to their chest, especially when it comes to historical things.
Okay. Well, that's... You keep going on about we're all in this together type stuff. It's very reassuring. I just want to say that, so thank you. I'm glad that my pleasant visit with Tress isn't being diminished by anything you have to say over here. They're just gonna keep walking.
As you walked, when you entered this room, it was empty. But as you kind of keep moving in, you didn't hear footsteps. You didn't see anybody enter. There's only the one door that you came in originally. But as you kind of like start to walk the hall a little bit, you see 2, 3, 4, 5 people simply kind of like apparate or appear and are just going about either having conversations or doing like chores around this room. Either they're cleaning. You see 2 of them are like setting a table probably for like a lunch that's coming up, but you did not hear them or see them enter the room, and neither did Zoth. Like Zoth didn't inform you like, hey, there's people coming in, but they just start appearing and you start seeing like I said 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 people are now just in this giant hall, just kind of doing different tasks around you.
I'm gonna notice, but not notice to the point where like, oh, they just appeared. But it's like, oh, is there an event? Is there an event happening today?
No, some of the brothers are just preparing to get lunch, I believe, ready, and others are just going about their daily tasks. That's all.
Well, now that we're in here, what is the Brotherhood exactly? So you prepare for things to come. We follow the old ways. But I see training dummies and a luncheon.
Gotta eat.
Touche.
Well, of course, it's training and combat, and both helpful for preparing and, of course, keeping yourself mind sharp and prepared for anything that may happen. Right now, we are in still a holding pattern. I say a holding pattern, but we don't know when. We're not. No, there's no. Oh, it's gonna happen on this day type of thing. But we're just being prepared.
All right, while he's talking, I'm looking around at these other people that appeared. And I'm trying to see if they're also same race, I guess. Shirakai as well as us.
I can keep your insight for that. From what you can tell, all except one that you've seen so far. The other one is still elfin, but does not appear to be outwardly like Shatterkai. Like
Gotcha.
that ashen gray skin.
All right, so you say you use the phrase holding pattern. Who's giving the orders? I would assume the mother, of course, but you're in direct contact with her. Who does she contact to give the orders to you guys?
I would not say I'm in direct contact. We say our prayers. We connect to her, some more deeply than others. We have our number here currently is rather on the smaller side, but that's because we have some people out doing reconnaissance, gathering information about history, and trying to uncover more information about things to come and things the way they were, and general note taking, I guess.
Fascinating. So you're more warrior scholars than monks, as this place would appear. I guess that's
Kind
literally what monks are. That's literally what the fuck monks are. Oh, the connection's made. Oh, I'm an idiot. Huh. So how did you recruit all these brothers? Do I see any females?
Here currently, no.
Okay.
It varies. Some were born, you know, with family lineage in the Brotherhood, and they grew up and were trained, and when it was their time, they could we hold no one hostage. If they want to leave, they were obviously more than welcome to go. Some do, many stay.
Understood. I was raised in the church.
Some find us naturally. We are. Glairedan is not the most populated, but being a port town, people travel here a lot, and some people, such as yourself, interested in the ways of Soren Lin, travel here, stop by, have conversations, and some choose to stay for a while, some choose to leave and come back, some simply gather some information, say thank you, and are on their way. But for those that stay, we offer a place of fellowship, brotherhood.
Do most of these people who travel here stop at the Bleeding Heart and take a dip in the pool of blood?
No, I've never actually asked how many do that first.
Do you? Do you regularly partake?
I attempt to make it there once or twice a month.
Okay. Feeling them out. Interesting, Rory.
It's like I would be there every day.
A couple times a month. Okay. I'm still trying to see if, like, I even though we're all worshippers of Sorenlin, with my history, I don't fucking trust anybody. So I'm warming up to him still, but I'm still dotting my T's, crossing my I's. Yes, I know it's backwards. That's the joke. I'm just gonna let him expound on whatever he's gonna talk about.
So yeah, so as he kind of just walks around the place, gives you a little bit of a tour. He doesn't dive too much more in depth on anything in particular. He kind of, gives you just an overview of, again, a little bit what the Brotherhood does, where currently their number. There's probably about 15 or so active members.
It dawns on me while he's talking to me. What is the name of the Brotherhood?
I mean, Death's Embrace is the name of the Brotherhood.
Okay. That's Embrace Mon. It makes sense.
But yeah, he kind of goes into their number here. It's about 15 people that are active here, and they have about their number probably swells to a little over 100 that are out actively doing things.
In this particular location or overall?
Over like throughout Felfair.
Okay.
And beyond. So
Small organization.
but yeah, he will mostly give you base information if there's anything you want to ask him or bring up to
Oh yeah,
him.
I'm gonna press him instantly once he's done giving me like the little tour.
Cool. So after he's
What's
done giving you the
coming?
tour, hold that thought.
Yeah.
He finished up giving the tour. You get that kind of break. The rest of you make your way over to the Bleeding Heart and Sword and Lynn.
Oh yes.
Yes, we do.
It is currently empty.
Yep. Oh, totally. Oh, Tress isn't there.
I mean, if you walk in, Trust will approach you. Oh, welcome back.
Did Venteth come by?
I have not seen him yet today, since you guys last left.
All right. Well, I just kind of just put my hand to my head for a second, just like that, and I will just shoot off a quick message. Venteth, we're at the Bleeding Heart. You're not here, which shocks me, by the way. So where are you? We're good to go.
I will visibly hold up my finger to Rory, like 1 second, like turn and look at Zoth like I'm talking to Zoth, and then respond back. Not wherever you are. Visiting the other church. Get answers out of Tress. What the fuck is coming? And then just that's it.
Got it. Okay. Right then.
As you finish up getting the response from Vinteth, you turn. All of you that want to enter the church are here with Tress. Vinteth, you are finished with your tour and about to confront Rory about your questions, which you're going to have a week to think about.
Good.
Have that prepared next week.
Ah, shit! Shit! I forgot to tell him not to let everybody else in. Just the elves.
Nope,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's in.
Fuck.
Oh, so we fucked it. Well, see, now I did know that from last time. I think I would have had a talk with Seven. All right, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
No
out
offense,
next
Seven.
time.
All right.
No offense, Seven, but
Yeah,
We need-
they're
we need-
racist, It's fine. I'm
we
used
need
to it
the
now.
the juicy deets on the end of the world or whatever might be coming.
Into your world, maybe.
I hate that that's probably very accurate.
Yeah.
Down with the elves.
Seven's been a god the whole time. I am Rugbark. It's fine. I
Big
get my
God
power
of
back.
history, because we're gonna
Yeah.
make you history.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
start eating books.
Threats from the 90s.
I'm gonna learn through
Your history.
osmosis.
I hate you.
What?
Which one of us?
Because if you actually get the power to fucking absorb information from books just by eating them, I would be actually angry. Like,
Oh, that would be infuriating. Holy shit.
I would be so fucking mad.
Okay, that would be the first thing happening in group that actually, like, internally, that would get me really personally mad. Yeah.
Oh man, a year to learn a spell, huh? Ha! One rage later is like,
Yeah,
got
we
it.
had to spend hours copying spells into our fucking ritual books and shit. We got to research things, practice incantations. You're just like, nom 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 nom.
Okay.
Fireball.
This was just about books. If you're telling me he gets to eat spell scrolls and then cast them, I think Robbie's gonna have to.
All of
Robbie's
it.
gonna
All of
have
it.
to-
I'm just picturing him learning fucking everything, being able to cast all of this shit. Just no.
Please don't wish that into existence. him just getting to know books by eating them is bad enough.
No, I have faith that it'll like lower his intelligence every time he eats a book or something.
Like I'll have all the things, but will I remember to use them?
Well,
That'll-
speaking of, oh sorry,
I was gonna say that would be the kicker. He can learn all the spells, but he has no spell slots. Therefore,
oh,
Exactly.
knows he just can't. Come on, give me the fireball.
I can tell you how to cast Wish. Can I do it? Nope.
No,
Dude, Ravi's gonna be studying from 7 like proper like form how to say the incantations and shit.
why is that a robot's just so much funnier? I know it's automaton, but why is that robot teaching you spellcraft? Just don't worry about it.
What else do you know?
I'm
Like,
not.
yeah, there's no problem.
I'm not explaining this to new people.
Bro,
Too much
he's
explaining.
fucking C3PO, just like rattling off information.
Except with the 7 twists. Did you know that
It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
all you gotta do is this, like that. Why can't you get it? Do this, it happens. It's fine.
Did
But
you
why
know
do
that?
you know that? Books.
Did you know that Horace Quartzbeard's grandfather actually did blah 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 to amass his fortune? And also, I bet I could beat him up pretty easy.
Yeah, easy. Okay. One swipe of my tail, he's fine. Just
If
grind
he's
him
still
up.
alive, I want to eat him.
Yeah, I now have all the knowledge every bullywug I ever had.
Oh, speaking
Don't
of
fight robot, we'll lose.
yeah, speaking of forgetting things, because this was many sessions ago. To be fair, I just want to know for my questions for next week. What is the pronunciation of the deity is Tor, right?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought he was about to fucking roll to tell you.
The reason I say that is because looking back in my notes, because after the whole Bellamy's pool thing, I went looking for other Bellamy references and definitely stuff there, and then checked through some other parts. Those old notes, I mean, memory bank. Am I right? Because of course I'm just remembering this stuff, and we knew it wasn't just out of campaign information. I thought it was, and I think that's why I got confused. We knew in campaign that there was a symbol of Tor. In some way, they were working for him or serving him.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've asked a single fucking question to anyone
Nope.
about Tor at any point.
Nope.
So it's on my list for next week.
I mean, you've asked exactly one person about Tor.
I have,
The group
or the
has.
group has. Who?
You brought it up to the broker before you left.
Oh, we did. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
that's right.
asked
Oh,
him-
sorry. That's the second thing we forgot, Roach. We have 4 of the Quartzbeard's research books. Or rather, I do in my bag of holding, which makes sense because it's not like then these were lost. It is in character. I forgot they were in there. I don't empty this entire thing out. I take out what I need. So we showed the broker 1. I believe we left that one with him because I don't know. Either way, he said he would research the topic. I can't remember if he gave us the book back. But we either have 3 or 4 Quartzbeard research books in my bag of holding.
Watch this be
So-
relevant now because it's like a year later.
So yay, guys! Ravi's gonna, remember he has those.
Don't
Just that-
fucking tell me Tor's the grandfather, dude. I'll kill somebody.
That moment of clarity. And I'm gonna ask some questions about Tor, and then at the first chance, I'm gonna read these fucking books, and we're gonna see where we go. And I'm gonna write some big bold letters on my notes that this will happen. And if we miss some major plot threads, well, and that's on everybody. We all knew I had the books.
Yeah.
Nobody reminded me.
Oh,
So,
is there a pool for
that's what's fun.
giants?
There is not.
I'm no longer interested in the church.
Oh, good. So now 7 has a reason.
Yeah, he finds it in character reason to stay the fuck outside.
He's like, hey, you know anything about giants and Rugborg? They're like, nah. All right, bye. And then you guys will leave me outside alone.
Pyra exists.
Yeah.
Pyra doesn't speak.
Pyra
Yes,
is real, and she is with her beloved Seven. Hopefully,
She is with Zaishuri.
not my job. I got one companion. That's all I want to track.
Her beloved Seven, who has failed every single animal handling roll.
Hey, if he wants to keep trying, we'll keep trying. I got more spells now. That shit was a little more painful at lower levels. Like, ooh, what are like my only like decent spell
What are you, like the
slots?
fucking wizard zookeeper? Like, oh,
I
he can't make friends with this dog. I'm gonna use half my fucking spell sheet to like fix it.
I wanted him to have a friend. I thought it would benefit him. He was like a little kid just learning the world. I thought having a pet to look after.
I learned
teach him stuff.
fast. I know romantic love. I've had a birds and the bees talk.
All right, question: Was
Perverts
Ravi's
everywhere.
time in the military spent in the fucking stables the whole time? Were you a stable boy?
No, I was magically no, I was just enhancing that ability, baby. No. I was in the field.
He's got away with animals.
I am
I
In the
missing.
field doing volunteer work because there's no.
I don't have a
war.
way with real animals necessarily, just the one that I've magically summoned.
and bound to him.
Yes, it's a little different.
Ravi Irwin, fucking bullywog hunter.
Oh yeah. I do want to hunt some bully.
Going, Rob, do you have any books I can read while I'm outside? They're like, oh yeah, sure, I get them. I now know the entire history of the world. By the time you get back out.
You
You're
can
not
read.
Yeah, I can read.
Don't give him the books.
Probably.
I think by
Ask him on-
definition, if you can speak a language, you can read it, right? No, I don't remember.
I had to read a contract and sign my name, so I at least know those letters.
All right.
I believe
That
you have
was-
to have an int score above 6, 7 to officially read.
Oh yeah, I can do that. For sure.
It's really hard not to be able to read.
My int's at 12.
I just realized something. I'm probably Ravi is a hypocrite because I was shitting on those those mages for using their magic for tax collection. But
He
I have
gets
been
it.
using it, wasting it on random messages from Suji. And then certainly not wasting, but many messages too, back home. I could write letters, but no, we're too good for that now.
Yes.
No,
Alright,
this group, I am interested to see where what happens with this group though.
Alright.
I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch the clip of that because there was I think a couple things.
Alright, but Roach, is that a real thing? If I eat books, I can gain knowledge?
No.
Damn.
That would be
I let a lot-
that would be the worst campaign decision he could possibly make.
Yes, but what about my ability to recall the knowledge that I just learned? How long could it last, though?
If you
I had-
ate it,
I have 8 seconds to recall all of the knowledge. 8 real physical seconds. After that, gone forever again.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
This is why I said I had faith that even if he did somehow come across this bullshit ability, Roach would nuke it into the fucking ground.
Do you know everything about it? Yep. Can you explain it? Not at all.
I think the more likely ability would be you eat a book and you can tell the general, area, like geography wise, where the tree that it was made from came from.
Yeah. I know everything about this book. It was made 70 years ago from this young sapling.
Or if it's,
It hurt the entire
So he's like
time.
he's
that
like a
axe
magical
sword dog.
robot carbon dater.
Yeah. if you have like a linen canvas, you can just eat that and no, fibers originated.
Yeah.
There you go.
Where the leather came from, what animal it's off of.
That sounds more like a druid thing. I
This
love
tastes
trees.
like
Let me taste your assless chap, Seven.
You.
See where the fibers
More
came from.
perverts.
so also just for the record, so yes, the pants are assless chapped, but also by request, the coat has long tails.
Yeah, so it covers
And he's
I was-
also wearing a cape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
moved
yeah. So he's
all of
got-
that to show you robot ass.
Yes.
so
So
Good
the act to
already.
show
But
You
he's
had
not
to go
walking
back.
around.
Get going though.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to you guys later. Love you, stream. Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Oh yeah, on that note, I'll just fucking kill the stream. Fuck you and
Yeah.
your robot ass conversation.
Robot.